channel, the People's Channel. Subscribe. We live. We live. Shout out to Coach Kenny Ellis. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's up, Coach? How you doing?
I'm all right, man. Taking it day by day.
Day by day.
That's all we can do.
That's right. That's right. I'm gonna just take my head off of it so I can have the people just see you here. But just letting everybody hear the audio. Can everybody hear the audio on YouTube? And we here live with Coach Kenny Ellis, Gervonta Tank Davis's coach, also coach of his daughter Mia Ellis and other fighters like Chuck Simpson. You got a whole bunch of guys now. You got like Too Sharp, Jalil Hackett.
Oh yeah, got quite a few. Get ready to time code. Well.
Right. Coach, how's the volume? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's nice and loud.
Okay. How about everybody on YouTube? Can everybody on YouTube hear me good? Can everybody hear Coach Kenny good? Shout out to everybody on the live as well. All right. So, Coach, how's everything?
Everything's good, man. You know, just going with the flow.
Going with the flow?
Yeah.
Were you able to watch this week's this week's fights by any chance?
I caught some highlights. I didn't really, watch none of the fights. You know, the mood ain't been right in the last couple of days. You know, with our situation. You know.
And how's with that situation? I mean, like how's the kids dealing with that?
The kids are good. We playing it. You know, we got fights coming up. You know.
You guys have a lot of fights coming up?
Yeah, we got a tournament coming up in Atlanta this weekend. And then right after that, following weekend, got the Golden Gloves.
Okay, hold on one second, Coach. I just want to make sure some people you guys on YouTube, can you guys hear Coach Kenny well? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. And how are you taking the situation? Everything, how is everything copacetic with you as well?
Yeah. We're 10 toes down. You know, just waiting for the truth to rise to the top. Then we'll be right back at it. You know.
Okay. Were you able to watch some of these fights?
I caught some clips. I didn't get a chance to actually watch the full fights.
Okay.
I was at some amateur fights myself, so I didn't get a chance to watch.
All in the same time?
Yeah.
Okay. What you think about as far as the stoppage with Tony Weeks?
I think it was premature, you know. But him knowing what we didn't know at the time, it was a good call, you know. You know, we didn't know the guy had an aneurysm until after the fact. So maybe that's why he stopped it, you know, because he knew.
What do you think about, like, as far as Tony Weeks now coming in, as far as Golden Boy is concerned? You think he's gonna get any Golden Boy checks anytime soon? After speaking upon that situation afterwards.
I think if Golden Boy knew and they passed it, they let the dude fight, and Tony Weeks let the cat out the bag, they might look at it. They might look at him as a rat, but at the same time, he did the right thing because that guy shouldn't be fighting. You know what I'm saying? The guy could die, man. He could have died in the ring. So I don't know how they gonna look at it. You know?
Right. In your behalf, without knowing the news, just without that news aside, Do you feel like it was supposed to be a stoppage?
No, not knowing the knees, it looked like it was a premature stoppage, you know.
Right.
But after I found out why he did it, I'm like, wow, he did the right thing for that guy's life, you know.
In that situation though, after coming out on Instagram, right? Like, do you feel like someone's getting in trouble?
Whoever let him fight, because they said he took 2 tests and he failed, and they took a 3rd test and he passed.
Mm-hmm.
The first sign of an aneurysm, it shouldn't have been a 2nd test. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So whoever's in charge of that part, they need to be out of there. Yeah.
Does it seem a little fishy in your behalf?
I mean, if it's like what Tony we said, they knew about it. If it's like if they said they seen him fail twice and then they passed the 3rd, it's fishy. It should do a red flag up the first time.
Right.
Yeah, it's fishy.
Coming in, we just got some notice as far as and before that, right? Just Barroso and in whole. Now he put himself in a position to kind of get back really with Rolly. But in your behalf, how do you see him, Ismael Barroso, compete with some of the top guys at 140?
As far as Rolly, I think he could beat. He was on his way to beating Rolly the first time. That was a premature stoppage. But the other top guys, elite guys, nah, I don't think he stand a chance.
No.
Nah.
And so you believe that he will beat Rolly this the second time?
Yeah, he was beating Rolly the first time, and it was a premature stoppage. You know. I got him beating Rolly.
You tell me what you think as far as you think he'll take step aside money for Ryan to be able to get that Rolly fight. You think Mayweather got like his foot in it?
With his age, if the step aside money is the price is right, then I would step aside. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
40 years old, and the step aside money might be more than what he would get if he actually fought him. You know?
Quick little 500K, little 300K.
Yeah, step aside, no problem.
Now, if that's the case, right? You guys went against both of them. You went against Rolly and Ryan. Who wins that match?
I'm rocking with Ryan.
You rocking with Ryan?
Yeah. Better skill, better puncher. You know. Yeah, his left hook. Rolly allergic to left hooks.
He's allergic to left hooks?
Yeah, he's allergic to left hooks, so I'm going with Ryan. I'm going with Ryan.
A lot of people have this going, different ways. Is this a 50-50 fight? Ryan and Rolly? Shout out to Greg Hackett in the building as well.
What's up, Mr. Greg? I don't think it's 50-50 because both of them can punch, but Ryan can box. Rolly can't box, so it can't be 50-50. Rolly got the edge. Ryan got the edge. I'm sorry. Ryan got the edge. Box and punch. Rolly can't box.
In that fight, like, do people were talking about that fight can do big numbers. Ryan has spoke upon, that's a bigger fight than a Devin Haney fight. You tell me, what you think's a bigger fight?
I think he got the internet fans, Ryan, and then Rolly got famous off the being KO'd by Tank. So the numbers are gonna do good.
So they both built their popularity by getting stopped by Tank.
No. Ryan already had popularity, but even though he got stopped by Tank, but he had numbers already on the internet. You know what I'm saying? He had fame. But for some reason, Rolly became a celebrity once he got, you know, KO. Just like Isaac Cruz, he became a celebrity when he got beat by Tank. So, you know, the numbers are going to do good.
You know, that name gets tossed around a lot, the Isaac Cruz name. It seems like that could be, you know, the lineup. You know, obviously we don't know what until March.
We didn't get a date yet, so you know, we just waiting. You know,
Right.
for sure date.
Right. So what do you think about Ryan itself as far as you know, him, you know, not taking the Devin Haney fight, but entertaining the Devin Haney fight? Like, do you feel like this is like a lot of promo stunning? Like, do you feel like boxing has started to become a lot more like wrestling in that certain fact?
It is getting kind of fucking crazy, but I think he took the Rolly fight for, you know, bigger numbers, for, you know, more asses in the seats.
Right. And yet, and you say in your head, like, you know, that's a 50-50, you said?
No. Rolly and Ryan, no, it's not a 50-50. I give Ryan the edge. He can box and he can bang. Rolly can bang, but he can't box. Ryan can do a little bit more. He got a better IQ. You know what I'm saying? He got a better IQ than Rolly.
So that little sparring clip, like watching that sparring clip, that doesn't really justify anything to you when you watch those type of clips like that?
Nah. You know, they show the parts they want to show. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
When you put them 8 ounces on, shit, whole different story.
Right. 100%. 100%. Make sure you, ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. We live on YouTube and Instagram live with Coach Kenny Ellis. Coach, you know, we've seen a lot of these fights unfold. Um, we you know, what fight in your behalf at 2024 you would believe that we're gonna, you know, that you want to see, that you believe Tank wants to give us 2024?
Tank will fight anybody that's willing to step up. You know what I mean? He the face of boxing. He ain't turning down. If the negotiation's right, it's a fight. You know?
Right.
It's a fight. He the face of boxing. He ain't got to call nobody out. But whoever want, if I want to be the face of boxing, I would have to fight Tank in order to be the face of boxing. So it's not about what Tank wants, it's what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Then, you know, speak upon, then at least speak upon the factors of, you know, when it comes to Devin Haney and, you know, this situation with him, you know, kind of like speaking upon you guys at 135 entertaining a fight plus Shakur Stevenson, but kind of like jump into 140, like it's kind of just more of a discussion, a promo, that wrestling promo talk that we've been speaking upon. Do you feel like that's what that is?
Yeah, that's all it is. I prefer to see Tank fight Shakur. Not calling Shakur out, but Tank and Shakur is the last of the 4 kings at 35. You know, so may the best man win, and then I could see him moving up to 140. You know? But Tank and Shakur is the top 2 lightweights right now.
Shout out to Abdullah Mason in the live as well.
Yeah, I like that kid, man. That kid right there, man. That was my first time watching him fight. Yeah.
Abdullah?
Superstar, yeah. He's gonna be a superstar. And the other kid out Vegas, 135.
Emilio?
little strong kid. I forget his dad trainer.
135. Oh, are you talking about Kid Austin?
Yeah, Austin. No, not Austin.
Floyd Schofield. My bad.
Yeah, Floyd Schofield. I like that kid too. He's coming along good, man. His feet go parallel sometimes, but you know, he growing. I like that kid, man. Strong, fast. He gonna be something to record. I would love to see him fight Martin. Schofield and Martin. I would love to see that fight.
You know, they're speaking about having a fight with him and Jojo Diaz. You know, they're both on Golden Boy. That's the lineup that they're going to be having. What do you think? That was a former opponent of Devin Haney. How do you see that fight playing out?
I like Jojo Diaz, but he just don't have the pop to keep the young tigers off of him.
Right.
I got Schofield probably stopping him.
And Abdullah, I'm gonna hit up your dad for another interview just to get you back on, man. Yeah, so you feel like that now how does the fight go? How does the fight play out? Because obviously, I don't want to say Jojo Diaz is a gatekeeper, but he did start his career at 122 pounds. Campaigning at 135 at the age that he's at. He's confessed that he's abused alcohol publicly. Now, at the age that he's at in the middle 30s, do you feel like Schofield has to do something extra?
No, just go in there and be himself. Of course, Diaz in the first 2 rounds gonna be strong. That's natural for anybody. Even if you're not in shape, you're gonna give him two strong rounds. And then the bad habits and the good habits gonna kick in. Whoever got the bad habits gonna fall short.
What do and now that we have Mason on here, right? What do you would like to see out of him coming out of 2024?
What's his numbers?
I think he's probably he's out of Ohio. What Mason? What you got? Like 10 fights? What you got? He's obviously undefeated.
I would love to see him fight the kid that hang with Shakur in Shakur's camp. What's his name?
Keyshawn?
Yeah.
Damn, you want to see that?
I want to see that.
You want to see Keyshawn Davis versus
Mason.
Abdullah Mason?
Yeah.
Because
Keyshawn got about how many fights now?
Keyshawn's on his 10th fight with Pedraza coming up.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. We're gonna cook Pedraza. I think Pedraza's done, but yeah, Mason and Keyshawn, that'll be a good one.
So this is a good piece right here. What do you think about that matchup? Obviously, you spoke a little bit upon it, but how do you see that fight going? With Keyshawn Davis and Jose Pedraza.
Keyshawn Davis, I think Keyshawn will get him out of there around about the 6th or 7th round.
Really? What do you feel like him being at 135 is the main reason?
I just think Pedraza's time is up. He done lost a few times since he fought Tank, right?
Yeah, he just coming off of a loss with Arnold Barboza.
He been stopped as well.
Pedraza has never been. You guys are the only ones that stopped him.
Okay, but he got to be close to he about 35 now.
Yep. And his last couple fights have been at 140 pounds, so he'll be going back down to 135. What, you guys fought him at what, 130?
Yeah, we fought him at 130. It's gonna be a good fight, but I think Keyshawn might be too strong for him being 35 years old now.
He went the distance with Arnold Barboza. I mean, I'm not saying that that's like an incredible task or anything, but I'm just, that's his last performance. He's only been stopped by Tank.
I think Keyshawn will get him with his youth,
Okay.
He's not the biggest puncher.
Okay, so you feel like he'll drown him.
Yeah, this is time.
Mm. You like that fight? Does that fight mean anything as far as?
I'd rather see him fight Mason though.
Oh, you want that matchup?
Yeah, I prefer to see that.
Okay. So, what do you think about that main event itself? We got here Teofimo Lopez versus Jermaine Ortiz, the technician versus the takeover.
That's gonna be energetic right there, but oh man, I like Ortiz, but he just don't got the pop. I don't think he have to outbox Tio. If Tio fade, then he got a stronger chance. But Tio, I think he got the edge.
And where do you see the edge take place? Does he have like a little bit more than is he a little faster, a little stronger, like he's just a little bit better in all the areas?
I think Ortiz is just as fast, but Teofimo is a little stronger, But both of them energetic though, man. It's gonna be a good fight. But I think Tio gonna edge it up.
How do you like the over and under?
What you mean?
Going 12 rounds, or does it get stopped for the betting guys?
It's gonna go the distance.
You like the over?
Yeah, but now Teofimo Lopez been getting cut lately, man.
He does. Jermaine Ortiz got cut in his last fight as well.
Got a lot of scar tissue around his eyes, and his nose. It's evident that he can be hit because his nose, man. That's evidence that you can hit him. So it's gonna be a good fight with Ortiz speed. He should be able to hit him anytime he wants because he get hit all the time. By guys that's not as fast. If he get cut early, man, it's gonna be a long night because Ortiz can fight.
So, I mean, as a percentage wise, how do you have it?
I just think Teofimo will pull it off though. If he don't get cut too bad, it's the cuts that will give him trouble if he do get cut. If he don't get cut, he should be okay.
Okay.
If he get cut early, he in trouble, man.
So you feel like the facial of Teofimo Lopez is the big deal in this fight for you?
That's the big deal, man. That's the big deal. If he get cut early, he in trouble. That dude can fight. He fast too. He gonna come to fight. Not the big. He got just enough punch to get your respect. Not a huge puncher though,
Right. Well, you tell me. Do you feel like that could be possibly fight of the year candidate?
We got a long way to go. So it depends on how they let their hands go, Possibility. But it's just the beginning of the year. We still got Boots. Boots gonna always put on a hell of a show.
Yeah. But what I'm liking upon this matchup as by looking at the box recs and looking at arm length, youth, how many fights, experience, maybe not, they probably don't have as much championship rounds as I like, but we're talking about very close identical fight here.
Yeah, I think they should take that arm and stuff down because it's not always advantage to me. I think it depends on the fighter. The arm lift don't mean nothing. You think arm lift ever meant anything to Iron Pride? With all the tall guys and long guys you fought, so it depends on the fighter. You know what I mean?
Okay. I hear you on that.
Yeah, it depends on the fighter, man.
Talk to me as far as you know. Are you? Will you? Is that like a fight that you believe that you pull up to? Because it's a Thursday.
Yeah, yeah. I'll pull up to that. I don't care if it's on a Monday, but any day I'll pull up to that. Yeah, if my schedule allow me to.
Is this fight the best fight in the best at 140?
No.
Who's the best out of the best at 140? You still feeling that Subriel Matias wave?
Gotta throw Matias in there. You gotta throw him in there. You know.
You did you see Bill Haney speaking upon Matias?
Nah.
No. He said he sent the offer to a guy that has nothing to do with Subriel Matias. He said Peter Khan.
I heard about that, but you know how that is.
And he made up a number too.
I promised myself 2024 I ain't going back and forth with that shit, man. If he fight, he fight. If he don't, he don't. I wish him the best with whatever route they go, But 140 is right now, he holding it down.
You haven't beaten everybody?
I would love to see him fight somebody with like Africa. Africa got that jab that I think could give Matias trouble, but he got to be able to do it for 12 rounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He got to have the energy to use the entire ring for 12 rounds. Don't even try to knock Matias out. Just boxing clean for 12 rounds.
You think these guys want to fight Matias at 140?
I think Teofimo would fight him.
You think Teo's the only one that will fight him?
I think Africa would fight him. But I think they're the only two right now that would do it.
Yeah.
If Tank was at 140, Tank would definitely fight him. But right now, we're talking about the 140 division.
A lot of people want to see that fight too, as far as Matias and Tank is concerned.
Yeah, Tank too smart for Matias. Matias comes straight down the line.
Do you think like the Haneys want to fight Tank?
I mean, if you ask them, they're gonna say yeah, but I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. They sound good, but I ain't gonna get into that in 2024. Whatever happened,
Right. Right. So, Ngannou, he's back in the mix, bro. He's back in the mix. The heavyweight division in Saudi Arabia has been putting it down for boxing.
I think he's gonna beat Joshua, man. He's gonna beat Joshua.
So you think Francis Ngannou is gonna beat Anthony Joshua? Tell me why you believe that.
I just
smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen.
My opinion. I just got a question mark on Joshua's heart, man. When he get touched by somebody that's really touch him, he's gonna freeze up.
So you think that Francis has too much of a punching power that because of that, he's gonna kind of like take the little dog that Joshua does have away from him.
Yeah, that's just my opinion. I don't want to upset nobody.
No. I mean, Joshua's heart is questionable when you landed on the button. That's for sure. That is for sure. And Ngannou is cracking. And Ngannou definitely has a chin. And Ngannou definitely will make this a dirty fight if he has to.
Exactly. Only thing I got against him right now, he like 38 years old. You know, I don't know what kind of transmission he got. You got to go in deep waters, you know.
Then, coach, so you have him, and that's obviously by knockout, right? Or no?
Yeah, I got him stopping him.
Stopping him.
Stopping him.
So,
stopping him.
What does that mean? If that happens?
Hey, all eyes on the heavyweight division, man. You know, he'll get a rematch with Tyson Fury. You know, and there's another guy, the big Chinese man.
The Big Bang Zhang will be fighting. Dun da da da, Deontay Wilder. They ain't giving him no breaks.
Another one, man.
No breaks for Deontay Wilder.
Heavyweight division got a little action going on, you know.
Absolutely. So, talk to me about that fight. You know, Deontay Wilder, the Big Bang Zhang. I made a lot of money this year with the Big Bang Zhang, coach.
Hey, that's a good one to bet on. But I think if Wilder can catch him with the right hand, you know, see if he go fade up, he'll be good. But his boxing skills, man, he got to be able to keep the Chinese guy off of him, you know. If the Chinese guy can take his right hand, he coming. He's a big boy, man. You know, I would love to see Wilder retire, man. Yeah, he had his run. He did damn good for his family. You know, the money is good, but money ain't everything. You know, Wilder did damn good. He had a good run, man, before he, you know, get hurt. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to Duke Reagan in the building as well. What's up, Duke? Talk to me as far as, you know, Usyk and all these other guys. Like, can like if you got Ngannou beaten, you know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua, then do you got him beating Usyk too?
Usyk come with a different style, though. You know.
Definitely does, but definitely a smaller man.
Styles make fights, but Joshua just straight up and down, man. He don't bring a whole lot. He look like he coming with something, but he's not too offensive, you know.
So who would you favor?
Usyk against the African dude.
Okay.
Styles make fights.
Yes. What makes Usyk so good?
I ain't he ain't that good. He just got a better IQ than you know, Joshua, I think.
Yeah, but you're basically saying that, you know, he can't get hit. That, you know,
he can get hit.
Because if he does hit Usyk, oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah, but Usyk got more dogs than Joshua, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You think that Usyk got more dog than Joshua?
Yeah.
After we seen what happened with the Daniel Dubois punch.
Yeah. Yeah. Joshua just don't have it, man. I might be wrong, but I don't see it.
So do you think they're doing Wilder grimy? You think they're doing on grimy, just throwing him into the wolves like that?
I think he just lost, man. And why bring him back so fast? Let him go back and correct what he's doing wrong. You know, go back to Mark Breland.
Wait a minute. So I had Malik on here. Coach, and we did a lot of views, and we spoke upon a lot of different things, and I spoke to a lot of different coaches I want to hear your behalf on it.
No offense, he won a few fights with the new coach. No offense at all, but he got beat by Tyson Fury. Tyson just got his numbers, you know.
Yeah.
But he looked good. He looked pretty good when he was with Mark Breland. He looked pretty good. Fighters always want to leave because they, lost the fight, and they want to blame the coaches. But sometimes you gotta look at yourself. You know, look at yourself. The things you don't do when you in the gym. Don't blame the coach. The times you come in, or don't want to. You gotta be coachable. You gotta be coachable. You know. So it ain't always the coach's fault. I think he should go back to Berlin.
That's tough. That's tough. Now, tell me, like, you gotta tell me why. Like, there has to be a reason why you feel that way.
I don't think he left Berlin because of the training. I think he left Berlin because he said something about Berlin had something to do with him losing against Tyson Fury. He was in cahoots with him or some shit.
Right.
Remember that?
Yep.
I think that's why he left Berlin. So if they can sit down and talk and work things out and go back to Berlin. Yeah, listen. When you're successful, how can you abandon what got you there?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Don't abandon what got you there. It don't make sense. If you got to add somebody to your team, but don't abandon what got you to the top completely, you know?
Anthony Joshua did that his last fight. He didn't lose though. He went with his Nigel Benn.
Yeah, but let's see what happens, you know?
Right. So as far as the New Year's concerned, what fights do you feel like you need to see? We also got a fight this weekend. We got Callum Smith versus Arthur Betterbeef. But before we get into that, what do you think about the some of the things that Errol Spence has been speaking upon as far as the surgery, the eye surgery is concerned? He needed to get that. We all kind of knew about it. Funny how you and I and a whole bunch of other people have spoke upon, kind of just leaving the sport because we had an idea.
I think Errol Spence is another one. He had a nice run. He made enough. He don't never got to fight again in his life. He should retire. You know, the eyes is different, man. You can't lose once you lose your sight, that shit is gone. You know, the eyes is one of the most fragile organs there is. You can't play with it. I don't care how much money on the line. The eyesight is something, man. You can't play with it, man. So if I was him, I would really, really, really consider retiring. Fuck with everybody else saying, "Oh, he's scared." Nah. He got kids to raise. He's got animals. He got his animals, his farm. He got family. Walk off into the sunset. 10 years, 20 years from now, people been forgot about it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think he will though?
So if he get in that ring and something happened, then it should have, could have, would have. He should have been. You know what I mean? People funny, man. People are funny, but he should walk away. Walk away. Look at the ones that's old enough to remember Gerald McClellan and G-Man. Look at him now. Ain't no help coming.
You're right.
You understand what I'm saying?
You're right.
Ain't no help coming, man. His sister, his family taken care of. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Let's go back further than that. Let's look at what's the Puerto Rican guy that turned pro at age 15?
I'm sure there's a few that I'm pretty sure there's a lot of.
Before Ray Leonard.
Wilfredo Benitez.
Yes. He turned pro at 15. Oh yeah, he nice. Oh, but he was a boy fighting fucking grown men. It was good at the time. Everybody was pumping him up. 15 years old, beating men. But look at him now. Ain't no help coming. He's like a vegetable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that shit was 40 years ago. But he's still living. He's successful. His mom taking care of him. So let's go back to Earl. Walk away, man. Walk away now while you ahead, you know?
Right.
Ain't no help coming. Why make all this money and then have to blow it on medical bills? So walk away. I like Earl, man. I'm an Earl fan. You know? I'm a Crawford fan. But any fight, I don't want to see him get hurt. Even with Haney, we talk a lot of shit back and forth. Haney, Bill, I don't want to see Haney get fucking hurt. I want to see none of them get hurt. We talk a lot of shit to each other, though. I don't want to see Shakur get hurt. Man, Shakur was going at it last year. But he raised a family. He married. He got kids. No, I don't want to see none of them get hurt, you know?
Right.
Don't let them get hurt, man. There ain't no help coming. Once you get hurt, there ain't no help coming. All these promoters that say they love you, all these managers that say they love you, they gonna leave you hanging. All you gonna have is your family. I've seen it over and over again.
That's real.
I've seen it over and over again. These promoters don't care.
That's facts. That's facts. You know, coming into this weekend's fights with Callum Smith and Arthur Beterbiev, 100% KO ratio, one of the baddest guys at light heavyweight, versus Callum Smith. Callum Smith's one of his biggest wins is probably John Ryder. Only his loss was to Canelo Alvarez.
I don't know who Smith is, man.
Callum Smith's like the tallest dude, the tallest guy that Canelo fought. That remember that he went the distance with him, and he hit him so much. He hit him so much in the bicep that it was like it looked like a softball. It looked like a watermelon by the end of the night.
I missed that. I just can't figure. I didn't see that fight. You know, I don't watch too many Canelo fights, but I can't picture that dude.
You can't. So you don't know anything about Callum Smith?
No.
Oh, okay. He were his coach is Buddy McGirt.
I can't picture.
Okay. That's definitely a pretty good fight. I think Eddie Hearn has Callum Smith knocking out Arthur Beterbiev with a straight right hand. Obviously, Eddie Hearn is not a lot of people are thinking about that. Not a lot of people are talking about that. But what do you think about the fight that everybody wants to see with Arthur Beterbiev and Bivol?
Man, I like Bivol, man. Bivol, how you pronounce it? Man, I like him, but he got that brute strength. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Man, them punches will quick. And he got that poker face. I don't care what you hit him with. He don't change his expression. Keep his composure, you know?
Right. So who do you favor in that fight? Like, that's a cool little matchup right there.
I'm rocking with Bivol, man.
You going with Bivol?
Yeah.
You think you now is that like a close fight? Is that like a 50-50?
Nah, late round KO.
Sheesh.
Late round KO.
Sheesh.
Late round KO.
They say Bivol's not the biggest puncher.
But he threw straight punches, man. Straight hard shots, man. I love a fighter that gets those straight shots, man. I like the straight shots more than that looping shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those straight shots are hard to get away from.
Plus, with the hooks, the hooks and the uppercuts leave you open a little bit.
Yeah.
You could practice on keeping it tight and strong. Pause.
When he fought the boy over from Canada some years back, the one that thought that loopy shit.
You talking about Canelo?
No. Bivol fought
him. The Canadian Bivol fought. Oh, you talking about Anthony Yard?
No, not Yard. Is he from Canada? Yeah, he's from Canada.
He's dark with braids.
Black guy.
Yeah, that's Anthony Yard.
No, y'all from the UK, right?
Oh yeah, you're right, Anthony Yard. Yeah, he is from the UK.
This guy from Canada. He fought Bernard Hopkins.
Oh, but he's from New York. Oh, you talking about Smith, Joe Smith?
No, it's a black guy.
Oh, black guy. What?
World champion.
A black guy that fought.
He fought before. I can't call his name though.
I can't call it.
But anyway, Bivol had like 10, 11 fights when he fought him. And man, that was a hell of a fight, man. He was thought with the experience he would have beat Bivol, but nah, Bivol beat him. Yeah, he fought Bernard Hopkins, this guy.
So, as far as that division is concerned, you got Bivol as king.
Yep.
So you must have you must.
Pascal was his name.
Oh, Pascal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Callum Smith beat him too.
Yeah, but Bivol fought Pascal, he only had like maybe 10, 11 fights. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That was like a step up for him, man. I seen Pascal in some wars, man.
Pascal, yeah.
My man Bivol was in there. He was in it to win it.
He was.
He was in it to win it.
He definitely was in it to win it. As far as Jared Anderson's concerned, with all this traffic that's going on with the heavyweight division, what are you thinking? You thinking that he's gonna? When do you think his title shot will come?
I think he's a few fights away, but I don't know, with the rumors that I hear, I don't know if it's true, but if it's true, he got to discipline himself, He got to discipline himself if the rumors are true.
Marcus Brown.
Marcus Brown?
The black dude that Bivol beat.
No, it was Pascal.
Oh, Pascal, my bad.
Yeah, it was Pascal. Yeah.
I'm over here reading comments from YouTube, sorry.
Yeah, but Anderson, man, I like him, man. He got what it takes. He just got to, discipline himself. I tell any fighter, man, if it don't belong in your body, don't put it in your body because it's going to work against you. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It's going to work against you. So don't play with it,
As far as like the snack program is concerned, have you guys ever used the snack program?
Listen, in the past, I ain't talking about Haney. In the past, the guy was caught, fighters that he dealt with had it in their system. I heard he's a good chemist. He know how to hide it. So I don't want no parts of it.
Yeah.
I hear put a lot of weight on you. You know what I mean? But you can't prove it if you got a good chemist.
Right.
His job is to hide it.
So Tank was outspoken upon get that out of boxing. Is that how you feel?
Yeah. Get it out of boxing. Let one of them guys don't re-sign a contract, and then you'll see how bad Snack is. You know what I'm saying? You better stay in check. they're gonna let the cat out the bag.
Right. Do you so as far as when it comes to strength and conditioning coaches, do you guys handle all that with Tank as well?
Yeah, we got all in house. We got the whole team around.
Okay. Now, do you guys don't speak upon what that consists of due to, like, is it like secrets? I've seen certain things that you guys were doing as far as like some of the hills you guys ran. You guys did like videos of that.
We show some stuff for the fans, but some stuff we'll never show.
Mm.
Yeah, some stuff we'll never show.
Hey yo, coach, I went, that picture with you, Tank, Coach Calvin, free Coach Calvin too, by the way. Anytime I have to say his name, I gotta say it. And Mia in front of his property. You look like a proud father, I'll tell you. You look like a proud father, yo, and Tank look happy as hell.
Yes, indeed. I love all my babies, man.
Um, what you think about that? Like, as far as that's concerned, obviously that was a big move, a big thing, for people. And then in the same week, he turns Muslim. Um, your thoughts, man, and like, what would you be calling him? Would you be calling him by his name? What would you be referring to?
If as long as it don't offend him, and he's okay with it, I will continue to call him Tank because that's what he grew up. We nicknamed him Tank since he was a big pup. You know what I mean?
True.
But if he don't want to be called Tank anymore, I'll call him by his Muslim name.
Okay.
Got respect him, man. You know.
Hey, you know how to pronounce it? How do you pronounce it?
I don't even know.
You're not. It hasn't sunk in yet.
It hasn't even sunk in yet, but I'll get it in due time if that's what he want to be called. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I feel like, where a lot of people, I've heard that a lot of people are pronouncing it wrong. I guess I'm pronouncing it wrong. Abdul Wahid.
I'm not sure. Abdul is right, but the last name I'm not sure.
Mm, okay. Because I seen somebody, check somebody upon it that was Muslim. That we all saying it wrong. We should say it correct.
Right, right, right.
As far as that concerned, you like, have you heard what has like been the biggest rumor that you laugh upon right now, as far as all these things that has been happening in the past month?
I don't find any of it like too funny. You know, it's got its good and its bad.
Hmm.
It got godly people working against devilish people. Shit is crazy.
Right. I can't wait. I can't wait. Until that time comes. Uh, you can't speak upon any of the time of arrival. You don't have an idea of when we're gonna get Coach Calvin back.
Um, I don't right offhand, but I can say soon. And he right now Calvin is doing good, man. For the situation he's in, he's doing real good. Talk
You
to him.
you spoke to him, Coach?
Yeah, I spoke to him.
Okay.
He good. He 10 toes down until go through the process.
Okay.
Yeah, he's doing good.
So he's happy. He's content. Obviously, he could be happier. Obviously, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's doing the best he can for his situation.
Mm. So you feel in the same time that he's very assured of that this is the wrongdoing.
Yeah. I mean, the truth arises to the time, man. People sometimes just they see things and they try tricks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it ain't it. We have to, just let God do His work.
Yeah. Of course. I mean, I guess it's the effect of being this popular because, I mean, don't you remember when you guys were first lined up to fight Rolly, and it happened to Rolly, like something that they said something about Rolly that wasn't true, had to postpone. Then you guys got Isaac Cruz.
Mm-hmm. Some similar situation. Yeah. So,
What? Well, man, rest in peace. I mean, not rest in peace, but free Calvin, obviously.
Yeah, free Coach Calvin.
Free Coach Calvin.
Yes, he got soon, man.
Now he has he said anything to the people?
No, he haven't got a chance, to talk to anybody yet.
No.
He's just waiting for his date,
Well, we all can't wait for that as well. But Coach, I'm not gonna take too much of your time. I definitely appreciate you for coming on. This is the first one of 2024.
Oh, okay, my man.
And everyone in the live on the YouTube and on Instagram. Obviously they're showing you some love, so we definitely appreciate you. Make sure you guys tap in. If you guys are on Instagram, make sure you guys tap on onto the YouTube channel and check out this interview. And also, we'll be posting this interview up tomorrow morning. And yeah, Coach, man, I can't wait. Once that fight date or anything that gets spicy, let me know ahead of time so we can start planning accordingly.
For sure. I'll keep you posted,
All right, man. God bless, man, and free Coach Calvin.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me on here.
You already know, man.
Peace.
Absolutely, brother. God bless you. God bless you. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the fighters channel, the trainers channel, the people's channel. And that was Coach Kenny, good friend. We share the same birthday. Believe it or not, we share the same birthday. So coming in, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Another great interview with Coach Kenny Ellis. Make sure you guys smash that like button to improve the visibility of the show. This is gonna be that time that we drop the link. Obviously, we're gonna be putting up a new live for the people. Be setting up a new live for the people to be coming in and joining the conversation. But for the people that have subscribed to the channel, appreciate you. And for the people that haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Getting into the polls, we're going to be talking about Teofimo Lopez, Jermaine Ortiz, just a whole bunch of boxing talk. But before we do that, I'm just going to set up another live talk. See who wants to talk boxing with your boy. Appreciate everybody that has smashed the like button. And we're going to be jumping on, setting up another live. Anybody that want, let's talk boxing. Let's talk boxing. Okay? Let's go. Let's get it. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Are you going to interview Tank anytime soon? We're definitely going to set up an interview. For sure, for sure. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Okay. Let's talk. Let's talk boxing. Let's talk boxing. Anybody want to join? Let's talk boxing. Pedro. Pedro, what's going on, Pedro? ¿Qué lo que hay? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, Sportsbook GOAT? He's on. He's on. What's going on, man?
I'm gonna go out here to the office, man. A little better light.
What's going on? What's going on? Let's talk boxing. Let's talk boxing. So how are we gonna start this? How are we gonna start this? Let's start with the 140 division and who's your favorite? That's how we're gonna start it. We're gonna start it real mean.
I got a great killer at 140 that you're gonna love. For Sean Lee.
Okay.
For Sean Lee, he's out there now getting work with the 35 pounder, the silver medalist. You know, I'm talking about Keyshawn.
Keyshawn.
Yeah, he out there with Keyshawn now. Keyshawn's camp.
Okay.
Getting a little work.
So talk to me. What was his amateur looking like? His amateur background looking like?
He just finished in the trials and got second Olympic trials. So, but you know the way they did that with selecting that kid, you know the team, they selected the team, but those kids didn't have to go to trials. So that kid Emilio, he got to go automatic to try and qualify his weight. And they said if those kids win, then basically the best you can get by winning the trials is an alternate. So that was wrong. Listen, by all these kids who worked their whole lives, and now you don't even have to prove it anymore. We might not have the best representative for our country. I don't believe we do at 139. I think for Sean Lee, you know, and he lost in the fight, but it was close. And the problem there was this: he had such a weight cut coming down. We just tested his body fat. This joker was 164 with 9% body fat. That means at 154, he's at 4% body fat. We start going lower than that. You know what I mean? He's losing muscle and water. It's just severe dehydration. So he fought in the trials. In the finals, he didn't have time to rehydrate. You know, in the quarterfinals, he looked fantastic. He beat up on that Nash kid. He was, I think, the favorite one in the tournament. But this kid, this is a silent assassin. He's a very quiet, calm kid. Just a humble, young, hardworking kid. But he can punch, he can box. He's like an octopus, man. He got such long arms. It's like shots are coming from every angle. He gives guys trouble. And he's out there. They like him. So he's one to watch out for sure. We don't know when his debut yet, but it's soon to be announced. And right now we're just getting him in the right circles. You know. But he's a special young man.
Look who we have here. Boxing Zone.
Hey, that's the champ right there.
What's up, champ?
What's good? The podcast not too long ago. What's good?
Mighty Robinson. Philadelphia Zone.
Yeah. How y'all guys doing?
We talking boxing here. We talking boxing. And, you know, I'm a flip this question right to you. Who's your favorite 140 pounder?
A kid from Philly named Ivan Robinson.
Oh, yeah? Talk to me nice. No, I'm talking about right now.
140?
140 right now.
Hey, first John Lee from Rock Island, Illinois. Oh, you talking about amateurs? I'm not too familiar with. Oh, you mean pro?
Yeah, we talking pros. We talking guys with titles, guys that can take titles away from other people.
Hey, he's coming to take.
And doing it like ASAP. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's hard to say.
Should I name the champions?
I mean, it's hard to say because you'll see a guy that look good one night, and he'll look good for one night, and then the next week or the next month he'll look like trash. He'll get beat up. So it's really hard to say. You can't say. I mean, you can't keep your chips all on one guy for a month or two because he might look like trash the next time he come out and fight. Guys are not like the guys were back when we were coming up, or back when Leonard and those guys times were, man. It's just not like that no more, man. Then you got these guys running around taking these pills and these getting these shots and stuff, man. It's just so hard, man. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know, but at 140, you got guys jumping up from 135, fighting at 140. Then you got a guy that's 140. He a champion. He wins, and then in 2 months he jump up to 147. And he in a 147 category. So it's hard to say, man. But there's a lot of champions out here that you can put in the bucket, and hopefully they do come out and become champions. And there are some good ones out here, though. Who you like? A lot of out of Devin and Teo, who you like? Teofimo Lopez. Well, you got to be really strategic about who you like. I mean, nowadays you really got to break these guys down, man. You gotta really. It's like being a mechanic, man. You gotta dissect these guys, man. You gotta really see what they bring to the table. You gotta dissect them, see what's their best punch, which guy has the best defense, which guy can go the longest, which guy may die out, which guy box the best, which guy has the best defense. With Teofimo, I really liked Teofimo when he first came out because I thought Teofimo had it all, but somewhere along the line he fell off. Then he came back. Then I see little flosses in his fight game, but I do think that Teofimo has what it takes if he can really settle down and get his whole arsenal together. I think Teofimo is a great boxer, man. I think he punches very well. I think Devin Haney has everything. He boxes well. He has great movement. He really showed me a lot in this fight because he brought everything with him. His punching power. He showed us that he's a great boxer. All that, man. So it's a pick 'em fight with me. But I get a edge to Devin Haney.
You think Devin Haney is the best 140 pounder?
Yeah, I think Devin is. Yeah.
So he beats guys like Richardson Hitchens, Antoine Russell, Subriel Matias, and Teofimo Lopez. He beats them all.
Yeah, I think he beats them all.
What do you see? What do you see though? And how does it go down?
He outclasses him, man. He boxes him well. He punches pretty well too. I think he stands in there with them all. I don't think he runs through. Yes. I don't think he runs through him. I don't think he runs right through him. I think he has a puncher's chance. I don't think he just run right through him, bounces right through him. I think he can outbox him. I think he can get rid of him, some of them too. I don't think he just run right through him, but I think he boxes so well. I like him a lot better at 40 than at 35. just having a hard time making. Yeah. He looks like
I can see that.
35 was draining. I think
So does Haney beat Tank and Shakur in your eyes too?
Yeah, I just think that with Devin, I mean with Gervonta, he cannot stand in front of Gervonta. Really with Gervonta, man, your fight game has to be at 100%. I mean, you can't make no mistakes with Gervonta. You gotta be 100% with Gervonta. Everything has to click. I mean, that day, your whole fight game has to be at 100%. No disrespect, but he has to fight like when I fought with Gaddy. Everything has to click. Everything. That day, your whole. I mean, when you fight that day, that night you fight, and that crowd that you be in, you gonna have to isolate that crowd. It's just you and your corner, and you and Gervonta and his squad. That's all it has to do. The crowd, you have to knock that crowd out, man.
What about you, Coach? What about you?
Yeah, he has the size advantage at 40 for sure, and don't have to train himself. I think he's a much bigger man than both of them. But so he has a size advantage. But like the champ is saying here, he's got to have every fight with Tank for sure. Can't make any mistakes. But I like Tank, and I like that puncher's champ. But I don't know that Tank would go up. I don't know that he would at this point. I think he still can make 35. He didn't have as big of problems getting down. He's not as big of a guy. But I think we pretty much in the moment where you pretty much gotta push your core and Tank. That's the one that you gotta push because they both in the same division.
Who wins that fight?
That's a true 50-50 fight. Like, I'll be lying to you if I can't say one day I say Tank and the other day I say Shakur. That's just me personally. And I'm putting that money on it if it happened though, but who you putting your money on? Oh man, I probably put my money on Shakur. And definitely over on the round. If he go down, if he get him, he'll have to get him late. I don't think he's gonna get he's not getting Shakur early. We all know that. I don't think he getting Shakur mid. But then Tank got technical skills too, so I don't like making it seem like it's just like a pure boxer versus it's kind of like a like conventional defensive wizard versus like the technician knockout artist kind of. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, that's a hell of a matchup. That's how I feel about B-ball and Arthur Betterby. Like on my channel, I try to post that at least once a week because I think that's a big fight. Like you're looking at two guys who, arguably, depending on who you are, they in the top 10 pound for pound. You know what I'm saying? And they're about to get it on. Like, why is this not being talked about? Like, that's a good fight. You got a boxer versus 100% knockout artist. Because we're not sure if it's really taking place. I mean, it's all talk. Nothing has really been said. I mean, they both signed the paperwork. The only thing that'll stop the fight is if Callum, and I don't even know if that came, but they are both signed. That's official. Like, it's signed, sealed, and delivered, brother. You can look it up. It's signed. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's definitely happening. After he get Callum Smith out the way, I think he's going to knock out Callum Smith. And Callum Smith ain't never been KO'd. He went the distance with Canelo, didn't he, Mills?
Yep, he did. Went the distance, all 12 rounds.
I think Better Beef got to take him into them deep waters, though. Better Beef got that, like I say, he has that David Benavidez effect. Like Mickey Bay was saying a few days ago, like it's an old style kind of where it's mad pressure. You might even take 1 or 2 to get what you want, but you gonna get touched. You gonna have to fight him. You one of them guys who you gonna have to fight. Eventually, at spurts out through the battle, you gonna have to fight him. He's gonna make you out there. Right.
February 8th, we got a fight that's actually happening, signed for sure. You know what I'm saying? Flyers are out. Tickets are out. February 8th, Super Bowl weekend. Teofimo Lopez, The Takeover versus the Technician, Jermaine Ortiz. What y'all think about this matchup?
Who that again?
Jermaine Ortiz from Worcester, Massachusetts.
I haven't really seen Jermaine Ortiz.
Oh man, Jermaine had that controversial loss to Loma. He also beat Jamel Herron. Jermaine Ortiz, the sleeper of the 140 division. Y'all don't know about that, huh?
Oh, yeah, I know.
But y'all know about Ngannou though, right? But y'all know about Ngannou though, right? Talk to me.
Like that, Mill City throwing shots.
No. I'm just saying. It's all good. So what y'all think about Ngannou, y'all favorite? You know what I'm saying? Against Anthony Joshua, Saudi Arabia.
Well, it's crazy because I'm gonna say never, and because it still is. I never was an Anthony Joshua, and I never, and still, Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder. Anthony Wilder.
You good?
Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder a fan, and I'm still not. So I expect Anguilla to beat Anthony Joshua.
You ain't the only one that said it. Coach Kenny Ellis just said that not too long ago. You see a knockout?
When he lost, I said that was the wrong last minute replacement because I had a kid on the same fight card out in California, the Mexican heavyweight first champ, and I saw the big European. I'm like, this guy, he can fight. He's fat, but he can fight. He can punch. He can box. And I knew he was the wrong replacement. And I wanted to get a bet in, and I never had placed a bet officially. Imagine if you would have. My goodness. And then it was my daughter's graduation. We're out to eat, and I'm like, man, the casino is right over here. I'm trying to get over there, and I'm on my way. And my buddy, he texted me. He said, "Hey man, how much did you win?" Because I told him that morning in the gym. I said, "Man, they took the wrong fight because I seen this kid can fight, and I think he can clip him and get him up out of there." And I never got to bet it, man. But I was already against Joshua. I think he was overhyped. So I'm with Coach there on that one. He can get upset again. Yeah. And I, me and Derek James, we've been friends since let me see. Since '89. Me and Derek James been friends since '89 when we went on the junior national Olympic team together. Me, him, Tim Austin, Crazy Oscar De La Hoya. We all been friends together. We've been traveling on that junior Olympic team, and then I almost made the Olympic team.
Hey, why you call him crazy? Did you get into some crazy stuff with him?
No, I just it's just me myself. I just I miss making that Olympic team. I should have been on that Olympic team. You know, I lost the Oscar 3 times in the amateurs. And people that seen them fights, they know what type of wars that me and Oscar been in. And, you know, I believe, and a lot of people that seen them fights know that I was the only one to hand Oscar his behind in them amateur fights. And everyone knows that I just been speaking an Olympic team, and he was the only one to win an Olympic gold medal. And I just been speaking that Olympic team, and everyone know if I would have made that Olympic team, he wouldn't have been the only one on that Olympic team to bring back home a gold medal, because I would have brought home a gold medal, because the year before that, when we went to the pre-Olympics, I lost to the Korean by 1 point in Australia, and I lost to Julian Willer in the in Olympic trial. I'm glad you brought it. Last time I brought up Julian, I thought I almost gave you a heart attack. Yeah, and he lost to the Russian that I stopped in Goodwill games. So that was my Olympic. That was my goal right there and my dream. So I would have won an Olympic gold hands down. Huh? Didn't you and Oscar fight in the finals at the Goodwill? Yep. And everybody seen it, and I ripped him there, and I lost. So you know, that was my whole gold medal right there. But with saying that, you know, Derek James, you know, he gets the glory because he got all these champions or whatever, and he trained these guys. And you know, I love him to death. That's my man. That's my brother. I love him. But it's just crazy that you know, I feel as though that, you know, I was hoping that he could, you know, change a little bit in Anthony Joshua. I don't think that he has. And I don't think he can, because once a fighter continues to do what he's been doing most of his career, ain't too much to change, especially when he gotten older. That's just like me. I've done so much my whole career, my whole life. It's like trying to change me to do something different. I'm not going to do it because I'm so used to doing what I've done my whole career. I'm not going to change. And I don't think, and I don't think Anthony Joshua is going to change anything. And I think this kid he's getting ready to fight right now, he's strong, he's pretty fast, and he definitely can punch. And Anthony Joshua has not changed anything different from the time I seen him 3 years ago till now. So this kid is getting ready to fight. He needs to be strong, he's powerful, and he's not that young, but he is young, and he's strong, and I like him. And I think he's going to give Anthony Joshua trouble, and I really think he's going to stop him.
Man, what does that do for boxing?
Well, it's not really going to give it too much of a new taste, but it's going to change. It's going to change the format of boxing, and it's going to give it a different look, because the way I see it, really, it's not going to really change too much of the face of it, because there's nobody really right now who can beat the Gypsy King or the King Gypsy, whatever y'all want to call it. Ain't nobody beating
So you didn't have Ngannou beating him?
Beating who?
Wow, you didn't have Ngannou beating Fury?
No. Well, it was kind of a little seesaw battle. I just think that man, Fury is he's just something different, man. He's just so
because he still got the hunger.
Yeah, I just think that he got like miscomplacent. He was just doing what he wanted to do. He knows that really nobody can beat him. I just think he got kind of like a days ago. He got off his game, and he kind of took him under. He kind of underestimated that kid. I think if he fight him again, you're gonna see a whole total different Gypsy King.
So you think he didn't wake up for that fight?
No, he didn't. He forgot. He got to take his wake up pills.
No
training. That's what they lack the training. Yeah, exactly. That's like Mike. That's like when Mike fought Buster Douglas.
So, who did you guys have as fighter of the year?
Crawford. I had Crawford Spence. Boxer of the year.
Yeah.
Even though Terrence Crawford beat my man Earl Spence, I gotta give it to the little
Anyway.
Japanese. I had to give it to the kid from over the pond.
Yeah. Why did you give him the edge?
I just think because he was, even though I don't know.
Was it the 2 fights? Because he had 2 fights. Like, what was it?
He just showed me something different, man. He was just a little more technique. His technique was a lot more different. He came off a little more special. His way about doing things. He was just, I don't know. He just sounded more different. The way he came out when he fought my kid from Philly. Hey, I called that Crawford would beat him because Crawford lives a better life. You've seen Spence out there drunk. You've seen videos of him online.
I love that you said that because we're going to touch up on that because this is a big topic today.
That is what I call as far as Crawford beating him. I said that would be the difference maker. Of course, they had a terrific fight plan. He executed the fight plan. All that being said, in the boxing ring, but to me, what showed bigger was what happened outside the boxing ring. Crawford lives the clean life. Definitely. He don't abuse his body. He stays in the gym. And hence, obviously, you've seen him online. You've seen him fat and out of shape. You've seen him sloppy and drunk and doing who knows what else. I mean, I can't speak on the man because I haven't seen with my own eyes, but I've seen intoxication in videos, and to me, that was going to be the difference maker. And we were speaking with Matt this one time, and he was going with Spence, and I told him, no, I said, this is why Crawford beats, because of the lifestyle. Yeah, that's another thing that I also, I try to say things like you were saying, Coach. That's one thing that I try to also talk to fighters about when I hold camps a lot of times with fighters, and I also try to hold, when I hold camps, I try to hold camps with certain excuse me for saying this, but old trainers. I try to get like old back in the day trainers and some new trainers, because even though it may not seem like that's the way to go, but that is the way to go, to bring old trainers in, because even though it may not seem like that, but it does take prestige that trainers do play a big part in a fighter's life, just like you said, when it came to the point when it came to Spence being grounded. Because, no disrespect, like with me, with my career became such a asset because it was my father. My dad was my trainer. So even though my dad was my trainer, I had to separate my dad as being my dad. I had to use him and look at him as my trainer, not my dad. He had to be my trainer, not my father. Not because I had to look at him like, oh, that's my dad. Oh, my dad telling me to do this, my dad. No, he was my trainer. My trainer told me, take my behind upstairs and go to bed and get ready for workout tomorrow. That's the way I had to look at it. I had to look at it at that. But when I had to separate it in another entity, my dad told me to take my behind upstairs and get ready for school. Then that's how I had to look at it. You know what I'm saying? I had to look at it in that position, like, oh, he told me to go upstairs and get ready for school because I had to get ready to be at school at 8:30 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? But then when I had to get ready to go upstairs and get my bag and stuff, ready to go to the gym at 3:30 in the afternoon, then that's when I had to look at it in that position. But the situation which you were saying about Spence, Derek had to be the coach. Like, look, well, we're going running tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. Derek is the coach now. Spence, I need you here at 8:30. To me, it wasn't the. It was the things that there's only one man can do, and that's what you put into your body. Only one man feels. Only one man puts other substances in your body, and coach always be there to block that. He don't put things in your mouth. Only you do. You putting a bottle and tipping it up in your mouth, that's on you. And so to me, it ain't the camp. We can't make up for it in an 8-week camp and maybe a few. He probably needed a pre-camp. We can't make up for your lack of abuse, your abuse to your body and your care for your body in between fights. We can't make up for that in the training camp. I don't care who the trainer is. So if you're abusing your body, abusing your health, and putting substance in your system, that's going to show in the fight eventually. It happens. Every great fighter that you've seen that has done that to themselves. You mentioned Tyson. Tyson was one who abused his body, and he got away with it because he was such a terrific puncher until he always pitches up. Until he did not get away with it. But even there, I went through his recent books, and he talked about how in the fight he was, being with all the maids, so many mistresses coming through when he was over there in Tokyo before he lost the title to Douglas. I mean, you can't be doing that and then expect to perform at a world-class level. You know what I mean? He was getting away with it because he was knocking everybody out, but eventually he didn't. So it eventually catches up with you. And that's what I'm saying. We can't, the trainer ain't going to make a difference at that point because you've abused your body too much. And I've seen it happen. I started when he was 11. He just fought on Showtime a few weeks ago. And I saw, when I saw the fight, I'm like, man, this is it. Because I know, he has some issues outside the ring, and they show up. So those things show up. Eventually, they're going to show up. Eddie Futch, though, he said one time, when you see a fighter's skill sets, he said, now what you look at is the trainer's work. And so in that sense, I think the trainer and, of course, the conditioning and the camp and the strategy and everything, we can make a difference there. But the fighter has to be on board to live a Spartan life and has to be on board to put the right things into their system and keep the wrong things out of their system. And if the fighter can't get that right, it doesn't matter who you put in the corner and who you put in the camp. We can't make up for it. We ain't going to make up for it to abuse your body. Yep, that discipline to get you every time, like you say. All the time. That stems down when you drink and live a certain lifestyle. That drinking leads to a lifestyle, and that lifestyle leads to these tendencies. And like they always say, you can only get so far before it catches you. It's going to catch up with you. Oh yeah, it doesn't catch up. Flying through a car, having this retina detached, having to get that repaired before the Manny Pacquiao fight. And then after that, you know what I'm saying? Now he had another eye surgery. And it's just, that's how it is, man. Sometimes it's real. It's real life. It's real. That's right. But discipline. That's something I learned. Hell, I'm not the best with it. So I can understand how tough it is. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's real, man. And like you say, it definitely shows.
So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that he should take this rematch? You think he should retire? What do y'all think Errol Spence should do now? They say that the situation that he had, when you drink a lot, and that's why when you spoke upon that, coach, and the surgery and it's a combination of why he's going what he's going through right now. So in your behalf, and like you said, Ivan Robinson, you're cool with Derek James as it, in your behalf? Like, do you feel like he's having those conversations? Is he looking deep into his fighter to say, hey, and do you feel like he'll have that conversation to say, hey, I think you should stop? Because they say these trainers nowadays would have a hard time having those conversations because of the type of pay that they get.
Well, I know Derek pretty well. I know Derek done probably sat down with him and had many conversations with him. Probably done had conversations with him where he done told him how to sort his money out, taught him how to make good investments with his money. Told him where he needed to go as far as with his career, what he needed to do with his money, and at the end of the day, he already done probably gave him advice what he needed to do as far as his career. At the end of the day, to be sure and not be understandable, Derek gonna leave it up to him. It's gonna be up to Spence to know to feel like what he wants to do and where he needs to go. And that's gonna be Earl Spence's decision to make what he wants to do. Hopefully, Earl Spence makes the right decision. I'm hoping that Earl Spence makes the right decision because sometimes greed gets in the way, and you decide that you want to do the stupidest thing that you shouldn't do. So I'm hoping that he retires.
That fight is not for the best of that young man's health. That fight's a money fight. Now, if you want to cure,
it's not a money fight. How you figure it's a money fight? It's not a money fight because he's not going to make. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't know what type of money he made, but I guarantee you he's not going to make more money than what he made the first fight. So it's not a money fight.
Hey, he's going to make more than he made more than $40 million, I believe, in the last fight when he fought Crawford.
Okay, he's not going to make more than that in the second fight.
I imagine he will. He'll probably make just as much or more. But
never.
He's securing money back. To me, if he takes that fight, because that's the wrong fight for him, I believe it's a similar outcome.
All right, stop for a minute. If he made 40, let's say he made 40. Let's say he made 40 million the first fight. He only made 40 million the first fight because he was the one that was making them. He was the one that was getting the bag. He was the A side. He's not the A side of the second fight. Terrence will be the A side of the second fight, and Terrence will make the most money in the second fight.
But still got to make that fight. Therefore, he's still. I'm telling you, the B side, I believe, made this last time. So I think he's going to make that. He's going to probably make around that piece, or even $30 million. Even if it was $20 million, that's a lot of money for the family. But to me, that's not the best fight for the fighter. And and it's hard to tell a guy, and it might be that time, the way he went out, but he don't want to finish his career like that because he's a fighter. So he has to come back in some way and redeem himself. I just don't think he's going to redeem anything against Crawford. That's a different type of animal he's in the ring with. I think he gets hurt fight.
Yeah, he definitely gets hurt fighting again.
Yeah, I think you just need to move up to 154. You know what I'm saying? Maybe start off with a Brian Mendoza once you come off. Yeah.
So he should move up and deal with harder punchers?
Do you want Gervonta Ennis?
No.
I don't even want an Erickson Lubin. I know Erickson Lubin's punching.
But you said want to play that game.
What, you're gonna fight Tim Tszyu?
I think he'll beat Tim Tszyu. He'll beat Tim Tszyu. But you said move up to 54.
I don't think that's that easy either. I don't know if he beats Tim Tszyu. I don't think he beats Tim Tszyu.
I do. Tim Tszyu is not a. Tim Tszyu don't impress me like that. He ain't a monster like his dad. He is not a monster like his dad. Y'all getting it twisted. He is not a monster like his dad. And now his dad was a monster. I even sparred his dad. His dad was a monster.
Damn. So you saying that he don't got his dad's genes?
No, he do not.
Damn.
No, he do not have his dad gene.
It ain't the gene.
He got his dad.
He was on.
I was in his dad camp for a month in Australia. He do not have his dad gene. Come on, man, bro.
Tell him what was some of his attributes? About sparring Sweet Pea. You tell that story about him sparring Sweet Pea the first time.
Man, I ain't doing that, man. Why you trying to put me on blast, man? I'm getting off, man.
What happened?
I'm getting off, man. I'm getting off.
It's like that. It's like Sweet Pea did it like that to you?
Yeah, man.
He did you, Grimy?
Sweet Pea gave me the business, dog.
Yeah? How bad was it?
It's too bad.
It's
too bad. I couldn't even hit Sweet Pea, man.
Hey, but he didn't run you out of the camp like he was running everyone else out of camp.
Shit, might as well have.
Were you conscious the whole time?
I don't think I hit that joke in the first round at all.
Damn. Yeah. He's a beast.
Yes, he was.
Legendary. That's dope right there. That you can just give us, young cats like me that game. That's what's up. What was the best trick that he had in the box?
Sitting there on the ropes and let me throw punches and I couldn't hit him.
And just watch you get tired?
Nope, watch me get hit all upside my head.
Counter punch.
So he's just catching and shooting?
Just catching and shooting.
Damn.
Just catching and shooting.
And your head was target practice?
Pretty much, and body.
Have it his way.
How many rounds have you worked with him?
Man, I can't. I had to put at least about 40, 50 rounds with Pete. Because I worked with Purnell for the first. I worked with Purnell for his fight with Oscar De La Hoya. And I worked with him when he fought the Cuban. I can't never remember this guy's name. But when he fought the Cuban in Atlantic City and he stopped him, he darn near killed that guy. Remember when he fought the Cuban in Atlantic City and he beat him to a pulp? He stopped the fight. He beat that kid so bad, man, it was crazy.
Damn, massacre.
Yeah.
So were you thinking about that when you went in for the first round with him?
No, well, when he beat that kid like that to a pole, I was already, man, Pete, I was like.
You was already 20 rounds in?
Yeah. When he beat me up like that real bad, I had just went to camp with him for the Oscar De La Hoya camp. That's when I first met Pete. Yeah. That was crazy.
He don't take it easy on nobody, I heard.
Nobody. I don't care who you are, nobody.
He's putting people in pockets. That's what Zab told me.
Yeah, oh my God, him and Zab used to get it in.
Hell yeah, Zab told me.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine what he used to do to Gaddy?
Oh my God. Jesus.
That's messed up, bro.
Elusive.
Hey, in comparison to Zab and Mighty Mouse, that is an easy target.
Hey, you gotta watch that boy.
No,
don't discredit his win, bro. Don't discredit his win. The wins.
No, I know that. We always give love for that. But what I'm saying, as a sparring partner, who is Sweet Pea gonna give it to more? Who's gonna be a better target for him? Gotti coming straight at him, or Zab moving his head, using his feet, or Mighty Mouse Ivan Robinson? He's a slick boxer, sharp too. I mean, he's gonna have like teeing off on Gotti coming straight at him.
Question. So did you fight Gaddy before Mickey Ward fought Gaddy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I fought Gaddy I fought Gary before everybody fought him. I fought Gary when he was down there in his prime.
Yeah, you did. You had to.
That's why I understand how Floyd said that he fought Gary in his prime. No. At his best, but he didn't.
You know, Floyd say anything that sound good.
Hey, well, you know, it is what it is.
Speaking of Floyd, what do you think about what he's doing with Rolly, Ryan? You know, getting his house, you know, getting his hands in everything.
Man, look, I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta pretty much, you know, like Floyd. You got to love him for what he's doing. I'm saying the man is about business. I'm saying you got to love him for what he's doing. You ain't gotta like him for how he's doing it, but you know he's staying afloat.
He's doing it.
Yeah.
That's what's up, though. That's what's up, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was a pleasure chopping it up with you guys. Make sure you guys go and like and subscribe to the channel. It's Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media. Thank you, Coach Mighty Mouse. Appreciate you guys for tapping in. God bless you and good night.
No doubt. Peace.
Peace out, guys. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the fighters channel, the trainers channel, the people's channel. Make sure you tap in for tomorrow for some new boxing content, more interviews, and some more lives. So make sure you guys go onto the channel, subscribe. I pinned it right there, and much love to each and every single one of you. Thank you guys for tapping in. On to the next one. God bless, and on to the next.